If you've heard about reverse mortgages, maybe even thought about looking into one, but you just haven't gotten around to it, then listen up, because Nathan Guerrero is here from Mortgage South, and he's going to kind of fill us in on the way a reverse mortgage can actually help you as you get into your retirement years. Is that primarily Nathan who's
That's
using
it. 62 plus is who I deal with. So people that are looking at a reverse mortgage are either in retirement or they're getting really close and they're thinking about how they're going to prepare for it.
Okay, so let me tell you some things that I think about reverse mortgages, because this is an unrehearsed conversation
Sure.
we're having, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. I think that you do not have to own your home completely to have a reverse mortgage.
That's correct. You need to have a mortgage balance that's low enough that we're able to pay that loan balance off and refinance it into my loan. So you need to have a smaller loan balance or a home that's paid for.
Okay, so the difference between a reverse mortgage and a line of credit is what?
Well, the reverse mortgage that we offer today really operates very much like a traditional line of credit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, except for the fact I can open up a line of credit reverse mortgage and somebody can take what they need as they go, and that's how I recommend clients do it, because our line of credit will also grow for them over time. So the longer they're in the home, and if they don't use all of those funds, that line of credit increases, so that as they have further needs into the future, they have more money to access.
Okay, so let's just make a theoretical game.
Okay.
Let's suppose that you currently owe $100,000 on your existing mortgage. Maybe the home is now valued at $450,000.
Okay, so if we have and it's a lot of it's dependent upon age. Okay, so let's say we have a 75-year-old that is now wanting to remove that mortgage payment. Maybe they lost a spouse or they're actually going to retire.
Okay.
Okay, so we would pay that $100,000 off to their current lender. We would roll that back into the reverse mortgage loan. So they would have a $100,000 balance on the reverse mortgage loan because we paid that current lender off along with closing costs. And then let's say that they have another $120,000 above that in a line of credit. Okay?
Okay.
So as they have future needs in their home, maybe it's repairs, maybe it's just cost of living going up, they want to pay their taxes and insurance out of it. They have this bubble of money that they can pull to offset high inflation,
Okay.
to offset, the cost of future health care. And that line of credit, if they're not using it, will actually increase. So let's say it starts off at 120, and in 12 months, it's gone from 120 to 131. And then the next year by another 10,000. It grows by the interest. I can get in more of that on a personal conversation between me and a client, but it does grow for them over time if they're not using it.
So when they're making these payments back, if
They're not making a payment to my loan, but go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay, what are they making a payment to?
So they're not making a payment at all on my loan with a reverse mortgage. So my loan has no monthly mortgage requirement, okay? So they live in that house. So let's say they've been paying $1,200 a month, $1,300 a month principal and interest.
Okay.
They're going to get to keep that now. So that cash flow is going back into their monthly budget.
Okay.
Now that loan balance is increasing over time. So let's say they start off with a $118,000 loan balance.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And then they don't touch the line of credit. They just relieve themselves of the mortgage payment.
Okay, yeah.
And then that loan balance grows to $250,000 in 7 years. Okay, it's gone from 118 to 250.
And the reason it's grown that much
Because
is why?
interest accumulates on that $118,000
Gotcha.
that they've borrowed.
Okay.
But as long as they're living in the home and paying their taxes and insurance, doing the basic maintenance, maintaining it as their primary residence, they don't have to worry about a mortgage payment. Now, if they sell it, they have to pay off the mortgage.
Gotcha.
If they pass away, they leave it to their estate, and their estate has up to 12 months to pay it off and then keep the difference.
Okay. Okay. So in real estate, they say that you can pretty much guarantee that a home is going to appreciate 4 to 5% a year. So
4% is what FHA uses and requires us to use in our estimates, which is proven factual over 50 years.
Okay. So if you're going into this already with the home value is high, you're kind of running ahead of the game all the time.
Exactly. So if let's say that loan gets up to 250 and we started off at 450, Well, in that period of time, now our home might be worth close to 500, 520.
Right.
And so if we sell it, we're offsetting a lot of those, costs from the loan.
Okay, so something else you said, we have a couple of minutes left, is that people are also using this if they're looking to downsize. Maybe they live in, Mississippi and they're wanting to move here for grandkids. Or
Exactly,
something.
exactly.
How does that work?
A lot of times people, moving to the Chattanooga area for all of the different amenities and the attractions and the job market that we have, tax structure. And so they may want, like they moved from Colorado or they moved from Illinois and their parents want to follow to be close to the grandkids. So they could, let's say they sold a $500,000 home out west and they had that money now to transition here. And let's say they find a $500,000 property here, okay? And for this conversation, we can loan them half of what it's going to take to buy that property.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 250 waiting on them at the closing table.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, from their 500, they're going to bring half of that, which the other 250, we're going to pair it with my funds, disperse that to the seller. Now they've got a $250,000 reverse mortgage
Right.
with no payment, required monthly mortgage payment, and they have $250,000 they've got to keep for their future retirement needs.
So they're telling me I have to wrap up. So here's what you said that was really important that I want y'all to key in on too. He said this would become a very personal conversation
Yes.
depending on the client.
Yes.
So he and I played this game completely unrehearsed, by the way. So y'all can do the same thing. If it's interesting to you, contact him. He's on East Brainerd Road, 624-3878. Clearly, you can bounce any scenario past him.
Yes.
And he'll think it through as you go and give you the right answer
And
for
this
your
is
life.
a federally insured loan that FHA stands behind both the line of credit and the fact that you don't require payment.
Excellent point. Thank
Yeah.
you, Nathan.
Thank you.